Yo, I don't like spiders, but I do like cyber sex. I'm the right guy for whenever you want me to type or text. I can bet Siler gets everybody's powers in a future timeline that will last only 2 hours. I walked in and saw your mom naked. I panicked. I then showed her my Spider-Man boxers. She vanished. I've been dating a Spanish chick and I still don't know Spanish, but yeah, somehow I managed to somehow get off her panties. The video games I play are like 8-bit. Your mom wanted that last cheese burrito, but they ate it. You hate Chris. I know I'm kinda corny, but girl, I'm kinda horny. I'm supposed to be your boyfriend, so why you tryna whore me? None of you can ignore me. I'm all over this place like an orgy. I am stupid as hell like a dork bee. With Jedi mind tricks, I can make you drink your pee. It's King Dork, aka
Mr. Pac-Man, Mr. Pac-Man, can you please give me my piece of fruit back, man? I know you hungry, but I need it back, man. Don't make me have to go and call Batman. It's Mr. Pac-Man, Mr. Pac-Man, can you please give me my piece of fruit back, man? I know you hungry, but I need it back, man. Don't make me have to go and call Batman.
Hey yo, I'm kinda like Sonic, I kinda like Chronic. I'm tryna write kinda like I'm in my vomit. I'm tryna like China like I'm a nice comment. If I was Al-Qaeda, I'd try to like vomit. One day there was a kid named Lee. He stayed in his room and never played with his Wii. He said he was a gamer, but he broke his PSP, and so he sold it on eBay. And then it came to me. Don't know what I'ma be, but I really gotta see if I wanna be a D boy. You're tripping on E, but F everybody who says that I'm not a G. See, I play so many games that I should get them for free. I really like snow, but I do not wanna ski, cause it's getting so cold that I know that I'ma freeze. I'm lactose intolerant, and though I like cheese, I don't wanna make her place smell like marijuana trees. I wonder what would happen if I stole Alicia's keys and she had to play the drums and she couldn't make a beat. On Halloween I'm gonna buy gifts and get a tree, and on Christmas I'm gonna dress up and trick or treat. You wanna play a game, I don't wanna know your name. If you
Shining so bright like E.T.'s finger.
If you ain't got a brain, everything you say is lame, then you
Shining so bright like E.T.'s finger.
If you got a huge chain and you in it for the fame, then you
Shining so bright like E.T.'s finger.
I'm here to change the game, cause you rapping on the same shit and
Shining so bright like E.T.'s
yo,
finger.
My camera girl, show check. See, that's why you love my chick. Plays video games and loves my shit. I ain't doing a thing, but I'm sick. This girl got me all over the wall like brick. Baby, I don't wanna use cheats, cause you so sweet, I'm a cool OG. The original gamer, you know me. Nonsense, chewing them up like BAC. Man, girl, I wanna hold your hand, but damn, how do we get in the frozen land? We're jam, I'm gonna get us 100 grand. My plan is to roll up in a 100 mansion. Baby, look at all the girls, they dancing. Hey, Joe, look, I'm your grandson. Every game girl sing my anthem. Say, hey, nonsense, you so handsome. Anybody wanna step, I'll blast them. Man, too many dudes don't bet my handgun. It's faking about the size of an anthem. I can't run, my hands numb. I ain't got enough love to give, but every game girl wanna goofball to spit. They play games too long, then they call it quits. You never really fall in love till you ball your fist. My name's nonsense, and you can call me Chris. I'm just looking for a gamer, an honest chick, and you can have a plus girl if you ramen thick and play video games on the lawn and shit. I'm not dead, but I'm acting like Sean and shit. I really don't get tired, never yawn and shit. I really can't stay still, I'm never calm and shit. Now name another dork that can make a song like this.
Be a gamer girl. We could be chilling in a gamer's world. Maybe you know that it's the bomb. Need a gamer like you that can play with me. I wanna be a gamer girl, be a gamer girl. We could be chilling in a gamer's world. Maybe you know that it's the bomb. Need a gamer like you that can play with me. I wanna be a gamer girl.
Hey yo, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. My kids hug me long time like I've been away. As long as you be yourself, it'll be okay. And if you're going through some things, then you better pray. But when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives gives you lemons.
Make lemonade.
The life of a stapler. See, I need some paper, some ice cream, a light beam, or nice weed and vapor. A chicken named Irene or Visine for later. A saber-tooth tiger for haters. A waiter, a shiny lightsaber, and I need a slaver. I need to go home cause my girl is in labor. Yo chick only sleeps with you cause you pay her. Wait, someone's beeping my pager, or is it paging my beeper? I do not know cause I'm always like smoking on reefer. I freaking try to buy everything cheaper except when it comes to my games and my sneakers. I love my beats when they come through my speakers. I cannot wait to go see Jeepers Creepers so I can see where he gets all those peepers and make some lemonade. Wait, let me sleep first. Hey yo, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. My kids hug me long time like I've been away. As long as you be yourself, it'll be okay. And if you're going through some things, then you better pray. But when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. When life gives you lemons.
Make sure y'all send to our Narrow if you haven't already. That's how you get your record played on the show. We're running through just a little bit of a countdown or whatnot. Usually I play y'all records, but you know, lately I've been trying to go through either, you know, the features or some of my stuff, just so y'all know I do make music though. And honestly, a lot of that was you know, unreleased and throwbacks and stuff like that, man. You know what I'm saying? We're still waiting for the countdown to complete before we get into our submissions and such. But yeah, send to our Narrow. That's narrow.fan/ThatDorkyReviewShow at. You know what I'm saying? Just ThatDorkyReviewShow. You know what I'm saying? Find that. Get yourself in, and then we will throw your records in rotation, of course, or whatnot, man. And y'all know what it is.
Save a damsel in Japan, yo, with a banjo. Rubber band roll on your damn throat, man, you can't choke. Make a plan, go get a van, open my damn road. Buy some weed, turn on the game, then start to get high. Why the fuck is my hand so freaking cramped, yo? Can't roll weed if you don't even have hands, bro. Can't smoke trees without a whole lava lamp, bro. I'm looking at the menu and it says to get high. Hey yo, homie, can you press start? I'm finna get my dogs another bone and treat from PetSmart. My girl be trying to hide weed inside of her headscarf. Not only can I smell it, I can hear it like a wet fart. When it's being smoked about a bong, that's the best part. I can post a bag of weed gaming and I'll get hearts. Trying to play Zelda all day till it gets dark. You got what I need, homie, weed. I ain't Bismarck, swimming with the big sharks. Only in VR though. Ran up at the gas so I'm sitting in my car broke. Still I know we all smoke, and I got the munchies, so I'm eating waffles, sitting down at Roscoe's. You know how this all goes, everything is all slow. When you got no weed, eating anything is awful. It ain't even Sunday and he's smoking out a cross, bro. Too fucking high, and I'm trying to beat the boss, yo. Damn, let me save a damsel in Japan, yo, with a banjo. Rubber band roll on your damn throat, man, you can't choke. Make a plan, go get a van, open my damn road. Buy some weed, turn on the game, then
Scripts.
One more minute.
It's April Fool's, use news, you're gonna lose. Just do what you gonna do, cause you are not a dude. I ain't gonna do what you want me to do, cause you poop on your shoe, me too, but mine's a cooler. It's April Fool's, use news, you're gonna lose. Just do what you gonna do, cause you are not a dude. I ain't gonna do what you want me to do, cause you poop on your shoe, me too, but mine's a cooler. Check. You gotta say April Fool's when you be doing tricks. Go to hell, wake Satan up with a freaking crucifix. Go to GameStop and ask to have my computer fixed. Buy some big ass shoes for my kids and see if the shoes are fit. This holiday was really meant for the stupidest foolishness. Everyone's cool as shit if they're cool with it. You get it. You made a brownie but now there's poop in it. Put some crickets up on your ice cream while you scooping it. I'll record what you saying and start the looping it. Everything you spit on this day, you ain't recouping it. It's not for Mickey Mouse, tell him wherever Goofy is that we rooting for him, cause you control him, you're doobie dubious. You again, there you go hanging out with the hooligans. If a zombie's head don't explode, you gotta shoot again. I like lying, I'm never telling the truth again. You can find me hanging out fighting crime with the super friends. It's April Fools, use news, you're gonna lose. Just do what you gonna do, cause you are not a dude. I ain't gonna do what you want me to do, cause you poop on your shoe. Me too, but mine's a cooler. It's April Fools, use news, you're gonna lose. Just do what you gonna do, cause you are not a dude.
Listen, y'all already know what it is, man. We are about to start the show right now. Make sure y'all
Autobots, share the stream.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I dish in a wonderland. I'm realer than a kid within a.
All right, man. Shout out to everybody if you can tapped in. Of course, if you are tapped in for the first time, pretty much we're a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. Hold on, let me turn that down right quick. Again, keyword independent. Do not send us Kendrick, Drake, Jay-Z, freaking SZA, Aaliyah, Madonna, Paramore, freaking Alanis Morissette. Just don't send us industry artists or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Often, unless they have permission from the label or they whitelisted the record, you know, which basically will allow, you know, people to play and then, you know, stream the record without, you know, their streams and such, you know, being affected. You know, just make sure you guys send stuff that are a little bit more, you know, original, and we can throw that in. I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka your dork for hire, aka the Million Man Dork, but or the Million Dork Man, I don't know, $1 million dork. Ah, jeez, I'm still trying to figure it out. But yeah, so send to our narrow. We'll go ahead and pull from there. It's free to submit, but if you guys do want to skip the line to get your record played quicker or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion, of course, you may do so. Easy peasy, fresh and squeezely, but it is also freezy. You know what I'm saying? Know that was probably corny as hell, but I don't care, man. You know what I'm saying? We here. We also do giveaways on the show. We happen to reach at least the amount allotted. We'll go ahead and spin that wheel to see what we need to get to today in order to do, you know what I'm saying, our giveaways. Yesterday, it landed on 50, and we ended up getting to at least one of those. We'll see what this one gets to today. Let me go ahead and load that up real quick first, and then we'll go ahead and get started in the lineup. Get started in the lineup like matter of fact, dog. I know it's getting harder to go find stuff. Let me see, where is, I know I created a thing for it. I think it's this right here, and let me jump to the, I wonder if I do it before hand, and that's why, yeah, because usually I have to like do some other thing to pull it up. Yeah, moving to Florida next month. That's what's up. That's what's up. Is that further away from or closer to your kids, more or less? Let's go ahead and spin this. See what we have to land on today to get to any giveaways, and it's landing on 50 again. With that. All right. So if we get to 50, each 50 will allot another, you know, wheel that we'll get to, and spin the wheel specifically for those who get us there. That is, of course, if we do get skips throughout the show. But if not, cool too, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to just play your music, ride out, and, you know, give you guys as much feedback as possible. First up, of course, we have Decoded with Rap Game Mozart feature. Man, listen, people gonna think I'm playing this myself because I'm on it. But so here's the lineup essentially, right? Sweatsuit is first verse. and he also produced the beat. Decoded is second verse and the chorus, and then I'm simply on the third verse on this joint or whatnot. And when I heard just the joint itself, you know, I love the beat. It reminded me of a noir detective kind of, you know, Gremlins crossover mystery, you know. So I was let's let y'all hear it. Like, we gotta be black and white music
Dirty
video.
yellow-bellied rat, I'll give it to you through the door.
Please, Matt, listen to me when you
Get
don't
away!
let
Get away from me! I got you. Don't give it to you too. Get away from that door.
No.
Get away from that door.
Hey, yo, it's an undisputed rap God's rapping favorite. God awful state of the game made me have to save it. Live by a strict code of ethics that I was raised with, so I'll never ever sign off on an affidavit. I'm not the one to play with, raising standard by demanding greater gamesmanship from those of whom be playing it. I'm stancing the Oakland A's 80s fit, sold so much haze in my older days, got crazy rich, and so it made me sick. You ain't a man, you a lazy bitch. Your lady in the whip, that crazy ditz. Got amazing tits, my favorite set of lips, and can lay a fit. She in paisley print, running off an eighth to sniff at an amazing clip. She stay with me, my style's peace, she Jadakiss. Allow me to douse these foul teams to rhyme thieves. I'm not allowing the crime sprees around me. I'm getting mouth from a Saudi on the couch in a house somewhere out in Maui, yeah.
Great lyricist.
Most out of the rap game. Think you're topping this spot. It's on your damn plane. You know we getting comfortable. Eating all you rappers, now I'm belly full. You're such a shame. Most out of the rap game.
Should be some kind of like entity in the darkness of a train station.
Eating all you rappers, now I'm belly full. You're such a shame. You may not know me before, but I bet you do now. I'm worth my weight in gold, plus like 2 cows and 2 pounds. If you doubting me, best believe you catch it 2 rounds. I ain't talking about no bullets, hit your skull it with this new sound. I'm so profound, with the most flow I go, I'm so down.
Okay.
I got Ocho crowns, so don't doubt it, bitch, I'm bout it, all my mojo found. I get in her hoochie coochie. When I finish with your girl, I'ma leave her loosey goosey. Break her walls down like Jericho, then go and see a DOC, check for venereal. I'm a nasty motherfucker. I eat that pussy up like it's a last supper. Then it last sucker. Then go and make some cash from you whack suckers. I'm out.
Just adding extra random sound effects.
Think you're topping this spot. It's on your damn plane. You know we getting comfortable. Eating all you rappers, now I'm belly full. You're such a shame.
Everybody know,
Most out of the rap game. Think you're topping this spot. It's on your damn plane. You know we getting comfortable. Eating all you rappers, now I'm belly full. You're such a shame.
Check. Surprise, surprise, I'm eating rappers like a side of fries. The only way you'll hear me stop rapping is like if I'm deprived of breath because I flew way too high in the sky, then dive straight down to the ocean. I think I'll float so I might survive, but if I don't, then please take my quote. I'm the type of guy to see your girl is crying of laughter and try to wipe her eye. Every single rapper that y'all be praising, they kinda lied. Cruising in my car, then I hit the jump like I'm Michael Knight. This shit isn't easy on TV, I'm watching Psycho right now, having plenty good times. This shit is dynamite. Every time I'm watching E.T., I wanna go ride my bike and fly up through the moon. And I've been a dork my entire life. Lit this beat on fire, we should've called this the firefight. Watching anime with my freaking kids, that's my kinda night. I guess I'll just do my review show, they ain't gon' hire my ass. And I feel lucky, cause if they fired me, I would strike.
Man, listen. Man, listen. Big figure salute to, you know, of course, again, everybody involved. It was interesting because all of us, you know, kind of produce or whatnot. Decoded is a producer / rapper. Sweatsuit, you know what I'm saying, as well. And he's the one, of course, who produced the track. I almost like slightly suggest like each of us add certain elements to our verses or whatnot to just also add that little, you know, flair in or whatnot. That would obviously have to come from me and you more or less, because he's made the basis of, you know, what we have. But there are other things that we could potentially add, or in terms of how the sample is you know, based out or done tonally or chopped or anything like that. There's more that we can always do to, you know, liven up and make it even more interesting or whatnot. But honestly, man, like when I heard it, I didn't even want to really touch the beat, the sample. Just like it pulled me in with what you know, it was throwing in there. And you know, I almost saw like a black and white video or whatnot. That's why I threw that little filter on or whatnot. I did have a filter that takes over the whole screen, but I don't know what happened. Oh yeah, that's right, because I have to, my freaking stream deck, you know, it's out of commission. I gotta see where I put its dead body, and see what happens if I were to plug it in, and if I could still get to those things. But you know what I'm saying. Let me see. And it's gonna be on your debut album. That's what's good. That's what's good. Indeed. A thing, and then let me see, and then fire, and then okay. All right, let's go ahead and jump into the lineup. Continued, of course, I would not. I promise you, I did not send that one. Y'all heard enough of me at the beginning of the damn show, as well as anytime I press any of these cutaways here. We have a Rob Murphy track right now, and he said vocals by Rob Murphy and dinner date with Ego. Let's see what you got here. He said yes, Suno is used in the overall track, and you know, again, with all of what we hear, right, with AI records, you already know. The most important thing is what you did to really bring the record to life. So let the people in the chat, including myself, of course, know what those things are. You know what I'm saying? Because like when we're hearing, for example, if we're hearing an AI vocal, we don't know if that means that you sung the record first and then basically turn that into AI, or you know, if you know if you created it via a prompt and thus you claim that it's your vocals in that way or whatnot. Again, let people know exactly. And then like when certain parts come up, we don't know. Like that's always the problem with this, is like we don't know whether or not Suno it did the thing, right? If it does some really dope melody or harmonization, or a certain section where you know, it does something kind of creative or whatnot, we literally don't know whether or not that's you or it. So that information is important, because if people do want to bring you into the studio with them to create something from scratch, like, because again, we try to look at these things as, do you have the skills to basically create this record with or without AI? Like the without is always going to be important, because then you as the person are valuable, not just what you can do with Suno. Because anybody can just analyze the record and then go, all right, I could do that. All I got to do is describe that, and here you go. But anyways, there we go. Right now, dinner date 1. Give me y'all thoughts.
The virtual date. Michelle show in Knox Hill.
What up, Joe?
A completely fictional, exaggerated parody
See, he might be.
Welcome back to people who definitely didn't like each other.
You might be saying that
until it became convenient. Tonight's contestants, Michelle Show and Knox Hill. Michelle pops on screen. Hey, Knox! Knox smiles. Michelle! I've always respected what you do. Always, sir. The internet has receipts. There was a time these two looked at each other like somebody microwave fish in the break room. Now they're staring into webcams like a Hallmark movie called Love at First Algorithm. So Knox, I really appreciate your artistry, and I appreciate your perspective. Oh brother, 5 minutes in, and they're massaging egos with essential oils. Nobody ordered dinner, they're eating compliments. You're an incredible artist. No, you have an incredible platform. Your music is authentic, your reactions are genuine. Meanwhile, both their egos are off screen yelling, keep going. This isn't a virtual date, it's CPR for self-esteem. Knox says, you know, Michelle, I've really grown. Michelle nods. Oh, absolutely, me too. Apparently they both grew toward whichever direction the wind was blowing. These aren't personalities, they're weather vanes with ring lights. Put Knox around rappers, and suddenly he's Professor Hip-Hop. Technically, the multi-syllabic construction. Put him around reaction channels. Bro, that was crazy! Put him around Michelle. Well, Michelle, your emotional interpretation. Boy, pick a character. Netflix doesn't switch genres this fast, and Michelle ain't getting off easy. Put her around somebody she dislikes. I'm gonna speak my mind.
Okay, see, and this is why we asked, though. This is why we asked, because it'll make sense of what we're hearing in any occasion or whatnot, and whether adjustments have been made in certain areas, right? Because what it sounds like is, you know how when certain people will say like they put their poems in and then it created a record and stuff like that. It has elements of artistry, of confidence and melodies in there, you know, but it does need, I think, a little bit more structure. I am not gonna lie about that.
Somebody useful. I think we need to give people grace. 10 minutes ago, you were handing out folding chairs like WWE. Now Knox shows up and suddenly we're at Sunday school. I think people misunderstand you. I think people misunderstand you. The ego stroking has reached unsafe temperatures. You're brave, you're authentic, you're talented, you're insightful. Are y'all gonna order the mozzarella sticks? Then Knox says, I think we have a lot in common. Yeah. Apparently both of you have Bluetooth personalities, automatically connecting to the nearest device. Knox enters a rap room carrying serious lyrical rapper. Michelle enters controversy carrying truth teller. They enter a room together pairing best friends who forgot the previous season. Connection successful. Michelle laughs at something Knox says.
It's like you're reading a book, you know what I mean?
Ma'am, that wasn't even a joke. Knox could have said, my electric bill was $4.46, and she'd still be crying laughing. Then Michelle says, I believe people should be themselves. Knox looks like she discovered gravity. That's profound. Now, people change, people squash beef, that's normal. But this is like watching two cats hiss at each other for 6 months. Then somebody opens tuna, and suddenly they're launching a podcast. Maybe we judged each other too quickly. Growth is important. The internet is smaller than we thought. Then Michelle says, what makes you different is you're not afraid to be yourself. I spit my drink across the room. Be himself, which download. Reaction Knox, rapper Knox, Professor Knox, friendly Knox, industry Knox, whatever room I'm in Knox. But Michelle recognizes the technique because she installed the same software. These two don't read rooms, they become the room. By dessert, they're practically renewing wedding vows for a marriage that never happened. I'm glad we got to know the real versions of each other. Which ones?
mean, we're in and out of
apparently 14 missions and 11 Knox Hills available, depending on Wi-Fi strength. Knox smiles. This proves people can evolve. Absolutely. Darwin would be fascinated. Usually evolution takes millions of years. These two do it between live streams. Finally the date ends. We should do this again. Absolutely. of course. Nothing brings former enemies together like discovering they can benefit from complimenting each other publicly. They log off.
Sound like it was going somewhere right there.
Cameras. So guys, what did you think about Max? So guys, what did you think about Michelle? And somewhere deep inside the internet, two personalities begin downloading whatever opinions the comment section gives the next. Congratulations to the happy couple. Not for finding love, not for finding friendship, but for finding the one person capable of matching their ability to walk into any room, look around, and ask, okay, who am I supposed to be in here? Virtual date complete. Egos fully stroked, personality.
So the song is basically like a
separately.
dinner date with an ego,
Good
right? You know, it's a theme, it's a concept, it is something different at the very least. Oh no, wait, my bad. Wait, what? Hold on, let me. Oh yeah. I don't know why I was tripping. And so that's essentially the concept, but like how the record was structured, it was kind of, you know, odd, you know, because it was going in between what seemed like dialogue and then actual singing, and then it felt like you were reading a book at other points, and it was like going between someone just reading the dialogue of the scene. You know, okay, it's like watching a music video and you getting instead of you getting the actual singer for the real song, you're getting someone singing about what's happening in the video, and so you're getting that with you know, other parts and whatnot. And so it is kind of structured in a weird way that would either take people getting used to, or take you adjusting things a bit more properly to have things be a little bit more leveled out. I feel like there are proper times to get in there and have more of a like, all right, let me not sing right now, and then have more of the dialogue kind of situations. And then there are times to like, let me get into full song mode, right? Because as the karaoke fan, right, the one who like loves your song enough to want to listen to it over and over again, and then they want to go and sing it in karaoke, it goes in and out of that like so many times that it's hard to remember where those sort of like parts come up, right? So it's more of a what are those things called? It's more of like a monologue, you know, with song elements in it, you know, where you're watching a scene play out in a like a poetry kind of fashion, but they're singing and acting it at the same time. You know, if you were to look at it in that concept and then have those kind of visuals, then, you know, there may be something a little bit freaking there, and it would help people if you're able to get the right visuals. It would help the concept for them make more sense as well. But also, this is why I've told you several times, like, there's so many things that AI creators can do to really smooth things over with those who are either naysayers or those who just they don't think you might do a lot of the work, right? Them seeing you get in there and kind of make elements of the song, you know what I'm saying? It could be just moments here and there. It doesn't have to be the entire thing, but moments here and there to see that you're doing the thing, to see the before and after. And then the talking head videos, man, you gotta do it. You have to talk about, yo, so this record is a concept, and then, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that you have where you're trying to have people guess who the celebrity, like, you know what I mean? There's a fun to be had if you make a little bit of an event with the situations and you show people how serious you are. The thing that people do hate is that kind of antisocial aspect. It's just like a lot of people releasing AI records and then you don't know who they are. You know what I'm saying? You don't know why they wrote it, how easy or hard it was for them to come up with the record, how many prompts, if anything, right? And then when it comes to the lyrics or performance on a record, all of those bits of information will give you more points in the beholder's eyes or whatnot. If you don't care about points, go ahead, keep the mystery forever, for all we care. But we're always going to criticize in the same way. We're always going to want a little bit more that'll help us perceive a little bit of the create. Like y'all don't understand, like a lot of the times the behind the scenes helps sell the record, the movie, whatever it is, because people respect the work that they're seeing happen. They see how excited the actors are to be on that set, right? When it comes to that kind of situation, and when it comes to the artistry, I think people want to see that passion as well. Now, if you don't have the passion, or if you're too camera shy and stuff like that, again, we get it. But have you really thought about what's gonna happen the bigger your records get? Like when people want you on for interviews, when people want, again, if they were like, you know what, we're having a competition where we want the freaking the artists of the biggest AI records to like perform on a stage and like, you need to show people what you will or won't be able to do, to be like, I think transparent and upfront with that kind of stuff will help people make their decision of like how much to respect you. They hate the lack of work from any of the creators. That goes for real artists and AI artists. All right, you got to understand that everybody's in the same freaking boat. And if we get to see that there's more work involved, it helps know the many levels of talent, right? The day that we got to see that, oh snaps, Eminem can produce beats now, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't have to just rely on Dre, but then he'll still work with Dre, every now and then as well. But he has the ability to produce his own beats and stuff like that. And when you get the artists who make that sort of transition and are able to double that with their own sound, and then you have the producers who eventually become a little bit more of an artist and stuff like that, right? Because before, Swiss Beats was mainly making the beats. Then eventually he got way more on the choruses. Then he would start making songs and albums himself, and getting on verses as well, whatnot. We like when we get to see a lot of those situations. We want you to have more confidence in yourself, often without too many AI elements and stuff. Again, it's never any hate for any of the creators that come to the show. It's more of a wanting you to know that, like, yeah, you make a decent record, but there are elements that could make us respect you a lot more the more elements we know that you can do. You know what I'm saying? And what do you say? You said, my next song has an AI chorus. I chose to prompt a Leon Bridges hook because it's cheaper and I don't have Leon Bridges money. But I wanted to sound, so I used, to jack the sound and rap. Why are you freaking it? Listen, man, that's kind of a little bit of the problem. That's kind of a little bit of the problem right there. That's why when you see people who are even more critical of it, it's stuff like that. It's like, no, save up. Figure it out, save up and get a real artist who's closest enough to that artist if you have to. I'm guaranteed there's always somebody who who sounds very similar to someone. We've had artists who have a Tom Petty or Johnny Cash, you know, vibe or whatnot. So I know that they exist. And while I get it, just being an art, you're an artist yourself, right? So you should 100% understand how it would feel if somebody said they could not afford a simple feature from you. And so, and it could, your feature could have been $25, just 60, you know what I'm saying? Not even expensive, and that's still too much for them. So they go to AI to create a version of you that they can put on their song. You ain't no way you're not gonna feel like shit, you know what I'm saying, with that. And then I think most people will be like, why couldn't you just get the real thing in most cases? Again, I do see the thought process behind, you know what, if I'm gonna take the choice is to either get, you know, the real samples from the real artists and then potentially deal with legal fees and things like that, or to make your own or whatnot. But again, it always comes at a cost, that too, because you have essentially AI on your record. For those who are still very critical of it, it always somehow extends beyond just the potential vocal that they're hearing. Yeah, they're gonna assume the beat might be AI and then extend that to you. While we know you are real, right? Because we've heard records without it and records with it. Those who don't know, like, you always have to think about that person and how many layers we're going to have. It doesn't matter what we do on, most records. There's always going to be naysayers, people who want to be a little bit more pure with the situation. And the way that I do look at it though is like with samples, there's at least a certain level of control there, right? So if you actually get or use a real sample from, a bigger artist or something like that, there's still a way for them to track that, you know what I mean? And like at any point when they decide, you know what, they've made so much money with it, they deserve a percentage, and then they'll reach out to you and basically give you that ultimatum. You either give them what they're owed, or you take the record down, or whatever the case, at least there's a way to track that kind of situation, right? And I think the best case scenario is the artist kind of just wants to make sure they get that right percentage. You're gonna be at a lower advantage though, because you didn't ask in the first place. And most cases, man, you'd be surprised, like sometimes it is just like I just wanted to be asked, and you never know. You assume that something was going to be expensive, and because you went around, or essentially if you're trying to get their sound, they're going to be like literally their sound. Like that's why they have a problem with AI specifically. It's not even just like you doing it, but it's the fact that someone can recreate their sound in it and then profit off of that. Like that doesn't seem fair. And it goes into many different levels. He said Eminem forgot about Dre, but nowadays everybody want to talk like they got something to say. Nothing comes out when they move the lips, just a bit of gibberish. You said Roger started playing around with Suno. I realized it's whack. I get it. I know. But like it's important that we have the conversations as many times as possible, and that everyone understand all the different sides and nuances of it. Because there are people who will, I think, fight for the wrong reasons. or with the wrong information. And you know, there are certain things that I hate to see like repeated a lot of the times. And I'm like, that's not AI. Why would you even compare that? You know, kind of stuff. Like we need to debate with logic and understanding. That's it. You know what I mean? As long as everybody can understand that, like, there are things that certain people don't like about AI records, and there are things that certain people do like in terms of what it could do. But I think there are also different audiences for it as well. I think those that like it the most are those who use it, because you get the most benefit out of it. You are seeing your idea come from your mind, from you humming a melody, from you just coming up with some random stupid song at the top of your head real quick, and then seeing that being made into a to have that ability. Of course, you're going to be surprised by what it can do if you are someone who if you're making all the beats with it, if you're letting it sort of spit out as much of the vocals and structure, and you're going off of half of the surprise element. But what happens is, you got to remember, anything that you do with it, at the end of the day, if you can't copyright that element, there's a little bit of a problem there, right? That stops you from being able to have a record in a movie simply because AI elements might be on the record in some way. That's production, that's, you know, artistry, and sometimes the mix even kind of is a telltale sign or whatnot. So be careful is all we saying. I don't want you guys to get like 300, 600, 1,000 records in and then realize that you can only really go so far with what you have. Don't get me wrong, man. There are some who, you know, will make a little something off of it. But again, if you can't copyright it, that means other people can literally take elements of your record and then make their own version and then capitalize off you. So that is kind of just something we want to bring awareness to. We want everybody to be taken care of. The original artists who might inspire a record. We want those who use it. And I also want there to be an incentive to not use as many elements. Like, the more elements that you do versus what AI does, like, you should get paid a lot more. And that should go for anything. And you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all tell me, would that make you guys, if you knew that you can get 100% of your royalties if you were everything that we're hearing and there's no elements of AI, and then each thing that you use it for, if it's the beat, that's 20% off the situation or whatever it might be. Each thing is a new percentage that you know, kind of boils down to, like, man, if I had done this, I probably would be getting more for this right now, right? I think if you see how much money you'd be missing out on in that situation. Kushmaster, make sure you send to our Nero. It should be pinned in the chat. Yo, it should be pinned in the chat. Like, listen, dog. All right, we have Mike Truth right now, of course, with Might Not Be, and he did say AI in the chorus, but I know that beat.
I'd have to say they go together like Snoop and Drake. Co-verses, the ones that give chills on purpose. Me and Truth getting paid together, we co-workers. Don't wanna see me win, bitch, fuck fuck you then. Always acting real shady, stand up like Slim. Get knocked down quick when I pull out the pen. Real fades for you fools, I don't do no trim. No doubt, word to Gwen when I stand on 10. Expose a fake bitch quick, make the whole crowd cringe. Truth blurry, my friend, better switch up your lens. You exploiting the craft, then exploiting the stems. Might not be what you wanna see, twin. My truth right here, don't make me say it again.
Look around, it's right in front of your eyes. Don't let the truth just fly on by. Might not be what you wanna see, might just be what you really need.
My truth.
Look around, it's right in front of your eyes. Don't let the truth just fly on by. Might not be what you wanna see, might just be what you really need.
Am I the true G? Bitch, I might be. When I spit out in the alphabet like YZ. So icy, they wanna bite me. Truth is, I can get up in your wifey. Obviously, this shit like you're staying whitey tighties. If you don't like me, got a problem, then fight me. Hip hop's in my veins, no Ivy. 4 bar square for my brothers, no Isley. Chill beats, but my truth high key. Bitches flock to me like a white tree. In the club, I got juice like high C. In the booth, I bring the truth in nightly. I do it right like back in the 90s. Scouts on it, where the fuck did they find me? Might not be what you wanna see, twin. My truth right here, don't make me say it again and again.
Look around, it's right in front of your eyes. Don't let the truth just fly on by.
Hip hop, rock, 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 rock. He said. A lot of times I want to be able to say that it's like Nah, listen. What do you guys think about that? Okay, so I do remember you sending this one to the show first and foremost, right? And I remember saying that honestly, the vocal didn't sound completely like it was AI. So you did something there that just like blended it in, I guess, with the overall, production, and it kind of, hit those elements. But I was telling him, like, why not go and do, like, use this as a reference and then do a challenge to see like who could redo a chorus, you know what I'm saying? Again, use the words, the melodies, essentially the area that he's going in, and to find the best artists who would fit the record, in terms of artists that are real, of course, or whatnot, right? Because you always want to be able to go out there and then have someone that you could potentially perform live with if the song does get big. Because your only two choices are random artists when you do decide to perform it live, or you just kind of perform with the record itself and then let the chorus itself play. But when we think about the professionalism that we expect from artists who are performing their bigger records, I think we like it even more when the artist actually on the record is there, so we can kind of like, we're like, oh man, we know how rare it is to get these two people in the building, together, so that's dope, right? Like when Jay-Z was doing his concert not too long ago, and then he brought out like several artists or whatnot, right? Like you didn't expect a lot of them to really pop up, and in all occasions, right? Sometimes when they don't have the artist there, they're just gonna like let the verse run or something like that. If they're on the chorus, same thing. You don't expect them to be everywhere, every performance. We get it. But the other reason why I always suggest the challenges and stuff like that is because it's free promotion. Like, you get an entire community of artists who really want to try to test out, like, how good they are, and they show it to their audience. So immediately you and the record that you have get a little bit more recognition, not only from other artists, but from those artists' fans and such. So by the time you actually release the record, most people know what it is. They recognize it. Now, the only problem is, man, I don't know where the beat itself comes from, but I have heard it before. There's another artist who sent to the show who had a record on that beat. They got a lyric video and stuff to it. They haven't made an official video just yet, but it is recognizable is all I'm saying. And I think whatever the situation, like the beat itself could be a challenge thing, you know what I mean? Like for all we know. And if it's a lease situation and, you know, either one of you guys or both, you know, leased and didn't like buy it exclusively or something, like, you know, we will always say this, right? When you have the element of surprise with any beat that you're rapping to, I think it's a lot better. People feel like they're getting something fresh. They will have a familiarity with maybe again a sample, but if you switch it up even more, you sort of allow yourself to set yourself apart from any other version that certain people will have. And I always tell people that, like, you know, especially in remixes and things like that, if you just rap to the beat that most people already know, if you rap to Not Like Us right now and you change absolutely nothing, like, you know, people are kind of tired of the song by now, right? So whatever you do most likely wouldn't be as new unless you were to take the beat and do a little something extra with it, do something that people haven't done, and then they go, yo, how'd you get that version of the beat? Now you got two conversations going on at the same time, and you bring more life into whatever record it is or whatnot. Everybody's gonna have a different sort of like approach, but I always recommend, like, if you know that there's gonna be a situation where a lot of people have certain things, the only way to really surprise even the producer themselves, and you know what I mean? Like, you know, like if you were to put out a challenge with, you know, let's just say another one, right? And you made the beat, right? If you were to put out a challenge and then, you know, try to look for, you know, artists who did it, you would kind of be impressed if I then took the beat, did a little something extra with it, chopped it, did some to make it different, right? Because my goal would be to make it fresh for you, and have you look at something, you know, a little bit different or whatnot, and be like, damn, I didn't even think about sampling like that, right? And I think that would be interesting. And what'd you say? You said, goodbye, humans, I'm gonna go play with my robot. And you said I don't like people not to do what? Let me see. And things decoded, 8 out of 10. Don't know. And I should probably remove the AI chorus and redo it. Said it's stoic. Yes, sir. Hold on, let me throw up. A lot of thinking times you can have a whole party, but like, hold on, let me show up. There's a lot of time where I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna. Okay, let me go over here and look forward. Just want to make sure I don't have any skips and stuff like that, so I can get back in the fray line. Back in the day when I was young, I'm not a good anymore.
And some days they sitting where I was a kid again. Did you see? Back in the days, my spins, some cheese and some ham.
Dangerous like I'm a mad gorilla. I am sicker than a salmonella filled sandwich dinner, homie. I will kill a beat a man. I'm iller than a caterpillar, chilling, having cigarettes while I dish in a wonderland umbrella. Then a kid within a then a kid. All right, let me jump in and see who we have now. Where that bag at, GP? Where the bag at? Where the bag at? You said I've done the whole search for an artist who can sing the hook
the way I'm looking for, that's actually way worse than using AI. What's way worse than using AI? You know what I'm saying? It's like, but see, and that's the reason why the challenge way is a bit better, right? Because if you do it any other way, right? You know, another artist who just comes in, you know, rocks out with you, goes to the studio or something like that, like they'd have to have the time to, you know, test that out or whatnot. And then certain artists will want to be paid for it essentially up front, right? But do it the challenge way, and you get to sift through. You get to sift through like the best of the best potentially, and or you know, best, worst. You know, it gives you options, is all I'm saying, right? And at the very least, man, if you go, none of y'all, none of y'all made the cut, you know, but it's all good. I appreciate it, everybody who, you know, and all you got to do is do a collage video of everybody who entered and did their thing, because that's also what it's about, man. Just getting people willing to try to be that vessel, and letting you guys know like you have that option to do that, as opposed to always jumping directly into AI for most things. Like there are people literally that, man, I'm waiting for the chance to show my, you know, my dope drums or my guitar playing or you know, my voice, my rap abilities, you know, do a whole album. Like, matter of fact, like if you're already working on one right now, you know, continue that, finish that up, but then go into one like EP or project where every song you plan to do that same thing with, where you leave an open verse and you try to see like how many people are willing to participate, and who are the best. What can you really compile, you know, from that, and what pros and cons, you know, can you get? You know what I mean? All right, we have Where That Bag At, Best Out GP, and it's the official video.
Where that bag at? You can't spell great without the eating, bitch. I'm feeling like Kobe. Foreign whip, foreign bitch, feeling like Ginobili. All black ninja shit, looking like Shinobi. Creeping low, Debo, all about the Brody, all about the money. If you talking where that bag at, where that bag at? Fuck talking, show me. All about the weaponry, 100 handguns and some and drums. Motherfucker, who testing me? All about the quick flip, bagging up big. Fuck the skimpy shit, turn one of my dubs into 6 nicks. That's why the smokers fuck with me and the pieheads. Please watch your mouth when you're talking, nigga, high head. No disrespectful shit will be tolerated, and I don't respond, baby, I just annihilated. In this rap shit, I'm bound to dominate it, cause I know the king. Let the fans and let the haters embrace them all, let them talk, enjoy the hating, let them balk, their attention to bring the paper. Nigga, 20-pound copper, 10 jaw dropper, let them choppers, babaka, nigga ain't proper. Rappers gon' die, and labels gon' pay, and every motherfucking feature is a brick of yay. 10K for the flow, nigga, kill your show. Fast or slow, I'm about dough, you already know. Where that bag at, where that bag at? I need a check. Where that bag at, where that bag at? 10 stacks. Where that bag at, where that bag at? I need a dub. Where that bag at, where that bag at? I need 100. Where that bag at, where that bag at? 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 Get your empties, your razor, sandwich bags and straws. Keep your mind on the money, fuck cars and whores. Get ahead of yourself, they gotta ditch your size. Since I heard night shift, I've been stuck outside. On a paper chase, feel so good, I can relate to Mace. Niggas wanna act mini whack, decorate your face. Screw face, leather face, scar face, etc. Go D gon' red. If you want this case separate, I'm the empire, I'm the worker, and the CEO, the middleman, and I'm the plug. Now who needs some blow? One thing I know is how to flip that way. I'm G Money in the Jeep, they came back for the base. Every first and the third, my block a lunch line. If the plug call first, that means it's crunch time. One thing that I hate is fucking one time, but they can suck a nigga dick. I'm out here cause I want mine. Where that bag at? Where that bag at? I need a check. Where that bag at? Where that bag at?
that bad daddy shit. Like, matter of fact, you know what? You ain't that type of fool to see you stagmatic with anyways, good job, man. Feels and sounds like a record that would be out there, right along with, some of the other artists that people listen to, the T.I.s and, is some Jeezy, some, y'all know what it is, man. But it definitely fits that criteria. Mix was fairly decent. Beat was a banger. You got in there, and of course, really raps. Like, I like when there's a mixture, right? When if you're gonna go in and get into any lane, that you guys, if you don't dumb yourselves down, right? Don't allow yourself to do something that's way too simple. Because you always want to be competing on many different levels. Sometimes it's, can you find the dopest beats first? Can you work with the best producers and make the best songs that resonate and bring it to a certain level? And you also did a professional video to it too. So I'm always telling people, like, the better the quality of whatever you have, the more people are willing to show that love, help get it out there, acknowledge its existence. Think about the person who owns a dispensary or clothing shop, right? They can always throw a playlist together for the shop where they have music videos playing, right? I see it all the time, pretty much, right? And so when you're thinking of being a part of those playlists, you just have to think about what else would they be showing, and what would be that criteria. You know what I'm saying? When you're thinking about quality, how low have you seen someone even go? And one thing that I haven't seen, and so anytime someone will send maybe like a YouTube short or like a reel or a TikTok post as their submission, I'm like, I just want to remind y'all, don't only make the short form content for those platforms, because you miss out on the opportunity to play a decent visual for something like that YouTube format or whatnot. And within that, there's a landscape mode where people can enjoy watching it on their television. The video is blown up, it's bigger, and you want that real estate. You want to be a music video that could be played on a billboard sized billboard. Like, I was like, what else would we call it? But that would I think help things, get a little bit more in there. You still got the highest quality pure yay. You know what I'm saying? That's what I charge for a feature. Bring it yay and so that, man. Listen, everybody has their vices. Everybody has their vices. When I first started charging for features, I made it 60 because I was like, video games are about 60 and my vice right now is video games. And so I'll say 60, and then, if I sell a feature, I can buy a game. Win-win for everybody or whatnot. And of course, eventually up that to 100. Added elements into the show for those that do have features with me, and the ability to play those more often, especially when they skip the line for other songs. And there's a lot of other things that we do now, and like video games is crazy. I didn't even think about how video games are kind of a little bit more expensive now, but like, man, inflation is wild. And in case y'all don't know, because I don't often do like the That Dorky news and stuff like that on the show, but I should. But there's a PlayStation sort of blackout that people are blackout that people are doing right now to protest against them trying to X out physical discs and things like that. And so what they're trying to have everybody do is to not log into their PlayStation for the rest of the month potentially, and don't buy any games off of PlayStation Network or whatnot. I know it might be hard, but there are just certain things that we gotta do to show companies like our interest in certain things. I love the physical aspect of things, and essentially there are games that I bought that they for whatever reason would take out. Maybe they didn't have the license anymore for it, and again, you feel like you almost wasted your money when that kind of stuff happens. So because of things like that, we need options, right? I like that. Y'all gotta understand, I have Grand Theft Auto on quite literally every system right now. You know what I'm saying? I have a version for PC, PS3, PS4, and 5. And those are all, different, physical versions, because I love that game, so much or whatnot. So we like to collect and to have something tangible that we can hold in our hand. It may or may not work, but it's something at the moment. What'd you say? You said the PlayStation versus Xbox war long over, bro. I'm glad Xbox gang, you know what I'm saying, since day one or whatnot. Now here's the thing, right? So I only went over to Xbox, right? When I finally got, because I wasn't a part of the Xbox One generation, right? I missed out. They didn't know about Halo or Conquer, none of that stuff, right? But when the PS3 came out, they were damn near like sold out, right? And we were like at Best Buy, like basically with a ticket, trying to make sure we would get one, and then we weren't a part of the the people that actually got the tickets to be able to buy it or whatnot. So Xbox 360 was my alternative or whatnot. But when we finally did get the PS3 and you had both, right, you got to see the differences or whatnot, right? Xbox 360, Xbox has been paying for just the ability to go online for years. But like, what I loved about the PS3 was that it was free, right? You could literally play all the online games and just enjoy it free of charge or whatnot. And I was like, I felt like Xbox was just kind of gouging people, for money. Later on, of course, Sony would implement the same damn feature. So now everyone's kind of in the same boat. And really the only reason to go to either platforms is still the exclusives that either may have. And then even that, the freak was that? And then even that, I feel like what was it? Oh, even that seemed like it was almost gonna be a thing of the past too, because Halo on PlayStation and stuff like that, right? So just exclusives being something that people went to each side with. Look, I'm a gamer, so at this point I like all of the companies, from Nintendo, Xbox. I have a PC, I have a Steam Deck, I have VR. Like, I'm just a gamer in general. But I am a PlayStation fan though. I've always loved the games that they've come up with and supported for the many years. And then every now and then Xbox would have their things, and You know, in terms of a service, I will say Xbox does have a little bit of a better one right now with Game Pass. It's available on a lot more devices and things like that. And if you're a VR gamer like me, and you know that UEVR can convert certain Unreal Engine games from Unreal, I believe 3, 4, 5, or 4 and 5. You know, it's a gold mine of just games you can try out in VR. And PlayStation, for whatever reason, right? You never thought, let me figure out a way where at the very least, if people can't play all of the games that we own in VR, like for real, like where they're 3D, yeah, at least make it 3D, because it's not hard. We now see, thanks to the UEVR, the plugin essentially, and it's wild. And he said PS2 is my all-time GOAT. Physical disc, good game design. Yeah, everybody has the PS2 kind of goated. You said my life started with Forza Horizon. Okay, I'm not mad at that. It is a beautiful game. Those got better, you know what I'm saying, over time as well with each iteration. Man, yeah, we're just in weird times right now, whatnot. And you said buying my PS5 when GTA, you finally getting into it, right? Okay, so here's the thing. When you do get it, play that, obviously. But there are other amazing games on the system. Definitely get the Ratchet and Clank game. I'm telling you, I don't care what anyone says. If you haven't played it, you don't know shit. It's literally like playing a legit live action Pixar kind of movie. Like, the animation is amazing. It looks like breathtaking. There are many levels, upgrades or whatnot. If you haven't played the Ratchet and Clank games yet, shout out to Insomniac, who made the Spider-Man games, right? Like, they do an amazing work. And then speaking of Horizon, what is the name of the game? Horizon Forbidden something. Hold on, let me see what it's called. It's a game franchise basically where you're in the future and there are like robot dinosaurs that you gotta like take down and stuff like that. I'm not gonna think Monster Hunter, because I think Monster Hunter is a completely different kind of series, and this one has a unique concept or whatnot. But they had a dope sequel that they had for the PS5 as well. That one is Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm not sure if it's also on Xbox, but if that's the case, play it on whatever system you freaking want. But if it is a PlayStation exclusive, that's another one. And there are other games that we'll talk about, but let's jump back into the submissions. He said, I definitely will play, GTA 6. Yeah, listen, man, like that I'm excited to see what we're gonna be able to do with that game, because they always up themselves every time. Like, it was always a natural progression between each game, and man, they have that pressure. Like, every new iteration, you have to up yourself. I know what's gonna happen. Like, if they go back into the Bully franchise or Manhunt, like it's gotta be something leagues beyond what we knew before now. Have you seen the new leaks yet? Nah. So I watched a video that I thought were leaks, and apparently it was AI, right? And so I said, fuck this shit. I'm not doing this anymore. I can't believe half the stuff I see. And so I'm just gonna wait for the Netflix one or whatnot. And let me see what they officially show, and hopefully it is a decent amount of gameplay and not just cinematics and stuff like that. And also, like, to an extent, like, we're in a generation where, like, why do we have to know everything, man? Why do we have to continuously know every single thing that's gonna be in the movie and the game? Like, we should treat ourselves at least one time by just, all right, I'm not gonna watch any, like, I'm really gonna try that for Secret Wars, right? Because I don't want to know who's gonna be in it, what's gonna happen. I've already watched every Doomsday kind of thing, and did the same thing with Spider-Man. I want to go into at least one of those movies. I want to go into one of the games that I really want to play without just knowing most of what it's about, so you can experience it as a movie. Have you guys ever went to a like they'll sometimes screen movies a year in advance, like as they're still working on certain things and they want to get a test audience sort of like involved or whatnot, right? And a lot of the times they don't tell you exactly what you're going to see, and so you don't know until you get there, right? And so you'll find out, like, oh shit, it's this, I didn't know they were making one of these again, and you kind of get to see it and experience it, not knowing anything, not seeing a trailer. It's just a one of a kind of experience that I feel like, especially with the things that we do want to watch, we have to get back to that, but it's too hard. It's too hard, man. The moment like Secret, we're all gonna be on it, man. And then as a content creator, that makes it harder. That makes it even harder, because then you're like, if I don't, then like I miss out on the hype and the views I could potentially get by doing a reaction to the thing, right? And so, like, what do you freaking do in this damn freaking era, man? We have a skip right now from Dorky. Let me see what this is, and then we'll jump back on in the thing. So Rockstar once said their philosophy is preserving the wonder and magic of games. That's why they still believe in secrecy. Yeah, well, I believe that. You said I already watched that Spider-Man movie from home. Not gonna lie, man. Let me tell you something, all right? If you can catch it in a 4DX theater, all right? If you have any 4DX, look it up. Look up, they should have some, if you have any Regal theaters near you, they might have a 4DX theater. If there was anything that I could 100% guarantee is worth your money, watch it in that. All right? Thank me later. Come back to the show. Thank me later and tell us all about your experience. And just to sweeten the deal a little bit, like, if you haven't been to a 4DX movie, the theater moves. It's literally like being on a ride that is the movie. And so when Spider-Man swinging or fighting, like, you're a part of that action. If someone hits something that catches on fire or blows smoke or whatnot, they have a little smoke machine, you know what I'm saying, in there. They have elements for water. They make it immersive, so you truly feel like you are a part of it. Like, there are moments in the film, like, you watched it already, so like moments where he's outside at nighttime, and he's just kind of like on the roof and stuff, and he's outside, and it's not like, we could feel that breeze that was, and again, it's something simple, but it felt refreshing, because we're like, man, I feel like I'm in New York right now on the top, just chilling with Spider-Man, watching everything, play out. And it makes everything that much better. Like, I'm probably gonna buy tickets for Doomsday like that, and I can almost guarantee, even if you get a bad movie, like a movie that's but you get it in that 4DX, like it could enhance the experience like tremendously, and you probably would at least appreciate that element of it, right? Because you're looking at it at two things at the same time. You're like, okay, this is a movie, but then it's also kind of a ride, right? How is the experience essentially going through? Like car chases are one of the funnest things in that. I could only imagine like Star Wars and stuff. Anyways, let me get in here.
I know diamonds are the things that you wish that you had, but homie, I'm playing old school games where it's all up for grabs. You know me. I love gold. I love gold. I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be just because.
Sorry for all the talking. Let me get in here. It says like we need to be able to geek out every now and then, man. Yeah, I mean, we on the tail end of like, I know they're gonna reset the MCU, and then we gonna re-experience it all over again essentially. But man, if you've been in this since Iron Man 1, right? Let's take it further. If you've been in this since Blade, if you've been in this since Spider-Man and X-Men 1, 2, and 3, Deadpool, like whatever you want to go through, just the possibility of seeing all those characters on screen at the same time with the actors in tow. That's the pull of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And when DC was trying to do their, like, I feel like they're not utilizing it the way that they could. Like, I definitely don't think they should have axed Zack Snyder's universe. They should have still used it. They should have kept Henry Cavill still a part of it, and then they could have still had the new Superman as well. Like, we would have been fine with that because we understand Elseworlds, we understand multiverses now, and you could do the movies where like they're dealing with their own villains and situations. We see their stories, then you combine everybody Avengers style. Like, the blueprint is there already. So we have Toki. Let's go ahead and get in here. Okay, done. Guys. All right. And what'd you say? I got a big stick of gold where my thing used to be, just because I love the gold. So we got Toki Town, the path with the most resistance.
Raised me to be somebody.
Right.
And I wanna make you proud. And I swear it on my flesh, I swear it on my bones, that I will get a grip, I will get control. I won't lose my head again if I stay true. I can't lose. Giving all I have, and I'm following the path where I'm learning to be sad. And I know that it's a battle, I'm running out of time, falling way behind. I've given up, I've risen up to try to be a better man. So I won't lose my head again
some reason, my mind thinks that the harmonica needs to. Like, it's confusing a little bit. Hold on, we'll talk about it. Like, my mind wants to register different melodies for what the harmonica was doing. That's honestly the only thing that I could see that could potentially be changed or altered. But you made a great record. Your vocals have a clarity to them that is very consistent with a lot of things that I have been able to hear from you. And I do appreciate that consistency, just because it continues. Like, I forget that you are not signed, that you don't, at least right now, you know, have representation. But it's something that every time I hear you, I go, how is it that someone hasn't heard what you make and then immediately wants to make sure that they, you know, help put it out? And it makes me wish I was in that position, you know what I'm saying? Not just for you, but for a lot of artists who send to the show, to really make things just immediately happen and you know, lock things in. But I feel like partly what I can do is keep that battery in your back, knowing that, or just continuing to let you know when you're on the right path when it comes to the records that you do, and just, you know, from whatever we hear or see, to let you know what else can be in there to elevate it. It was 2 minutes and 29 seconds. I wouldn't mind a video to it, of course. I also wouldn't mind it being longer, of course, right? Anybody outside of rap, really? You guys are the ones with all the freedom in the world. Nobody is looking at their watch as long as you have the variation that people are looking for. You're not repetitive, and then, you know, not really doing anything on the record. Everything that I listen to from you, because I know that you can play the instruments and different things like that, I tend to always listen to it with that with that mindset of, you know, as much of a live band kind of performance situation, and that brings things in or whatnot. But yeah, he's got that, like, you would expect to hear him right next to the Snow Patrols, the Coldplays, you know, just artists in those lanes. He has, of course, Radiohead, right, man? Like, bruh, you have the ability to just get in there naturally. And, you know, one thing that we don't get a lot in rock, which I appreciate, is that you guys really do appreciate the performance aspect. So you don't add a lot of auto-tune and stuff. It's more natural. Your ability is what is going to bring people, you know, towards you, because again, somebody could just get on the piano or the guitar and you can still sing your song just with your voice and bring something you know, interesting to the table for the people. What do you say? So yeah, I gotta fix the harmonica and stuff like that. You do hear what I'm saying with the harmonica, right? It's like, I do want it to be there. It sounds like something that should be there, but it also felt like it was doing it in the wrong key, slightly. Like, with the key that you have is an option, but my mind personally heard different elements that it could be doing or whatnot. So it's, you know, only something minor, but and you said he has a C major, but the key, you know, it's in the song is in G major, so it clashes. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like I almost thought it was a slightly different song or something like that playing in the background, but I knew that it wasn't because it was actually on beat. And I was like, what would be the chances of me playing two different songs at the same time on beat? Like, that ain't gonna happen. So it is there. And I was glad that it wasn't something that was overpowering, because then that probably would have made it more noticeable or whatnot. And to be fair, everything I request until you have a release shot. Well, that is true. That is true. There we go. You know, maybe it's just you having to really release the content on many of the platforms, right? Always remember that every single platform has its own algorithm. Don't lose faith in whatever it is. If maybe it pops a little bit more on IG than TikTok, or TikTok than YouTube, or YouTube than Facebook, or whatever, but make sure that you post something on all of them so people can get that chance to experience it and experiment with different things, right? Look up what like most of the criteria is for each platform in terms of how to make sure that it gets pushed out a little bit further. Certain platforms do rely on your followers interacting with it before they share it out to the rest of the world. Then there are the aspects of like the keywords, the hashtags, the thumbnail, and then just making sure that what you have is good and reels people in the best way. You know, so it's not anything too crazy, you know what I mean, where you can be confused, man, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, good job with that, and thank you for the skip. You will be on the thing if we get to the giveaways today. Hold on, let me write your name down. We got to get to 50 for the thing, but if we get there, your name will be on that. Let me see. Dorky. Did you just say Dorky? I did. Let me see. Jupiter with Party House. Do you still have? By the way, do you still have? Dang, I forgot the name of the song, my bro. I was talking to Toki. Hold on. I don't know if you still have it up. I might have to look right quick. Uh-oh, you might not. Hold on. Hold on. No, you might have took it off, right? That other one.
You took my soul.
No. What was the one? There was one that you had. And honestly, man, I kept that one up. Cause it was so good. I kept it up for like a cool minute. I was like, I'm just gonna keep the browser thing up so I could like keep going and listen to it, because if he takes it down, then you know, then we're screwed. We just gotta wait until it's on something. And I forgot what it was called though. You would know. Let me see if you probably bounced already, but hold on. I'm gonna have to go and get it. Jupiter, Party House.
Yeah. That's right now. When the beat drops, when to bring the party house down. When to bring the whole house down. Yeah. Now when the beat drop, when the beat drop, when the beat drop, when the beat drop,
when the beat drop,
when the beat drops, finna bring this party house down. Yeah, finna bring the whole house down. Wind your waist, keep the pace up, blow them away, keep them awake, grinding away, keep moving, take a break, then proceed to shake ya. Oh, shawty, oh, shawty, oh, I wanna see you move like a fool.
think it was Mountainside. Something different and slower, you know what, like there's lots of time when you gonna go and like hold up thinking I don't know like what happened when I'm drinking coconut.
Bring the whole house down. Bring the whole house down.
Bringing it back, I don't know what the hell I'm finna do when I'm singing, I'm rapping. Like matter of fact, you know if I'm wet, I'm rigging my hat, freaking off with all of the freaking. First off, it's a little bit different, of course, in terms of the type of record, but I like the overall energy or whatnot. It does. I mean, it's ironic, you know, energy with it being slower, and I almost feel like I was trying to figure out if it was one of those you made it slow after the fact, like, or if the beat was just more like that, and then you kind of sung on top of it, because it could be more of a chopped and screwed thing, right? More or less, it does make me want to let you know and hear kind of both versions, right? In terms of knowing that you have a version that would bring even more energy to the crowd, right? If you see them getting a little bit bored with anything that you're doing, you always adjust the next record that you're gonna do to be a little bit more you know, energetic. And so if you can change the tempo naturally and then go in there and do something, it literally changes what people will do, and they get to hear kind of a slightly different version of your record or whatnot. And you said it's somehow slow. It's somehow. Wait, what do you mean somehow? And you said I did. I turned down the tempo a smidge. Well, hold on. Let me see something. Cause I can. Let me see something. Let me see something. Everybody, let me see something. Let me see something or something. Let me see something. Something. Let me see something. Something. Let me see something. Let me see.
Yeah, house down.
Let's see.
Gonna bring the whole house down. Yeah. Now when the beat drop, now when the beat drop, when the beat drop, now when the beat drop, when the beat drops, finna bring the party house down. Yeah, finna bring the whole house down. Bring your waist, keep the peace up, blow them away, keep them awake, grinding away, keep moving. Take
like
a
suddenly,
break, see to shake ya,
Jamaica, all of the times over Jamaica, like see. You changed the tempo to like there's about 2 or 3 different versions in there, right? Because I was speeding it up slowly over time, and like the fastest one that I was able to get to, I feel like it definitely made me want like a reggae kind of artist in there as well. You know, like if you were ever gonna get a record with a reggae artist, like this would be that joint for sure. And then you know, if you slightly slow it down, sort of like before that, I think it has, you know, a certain type of resident. But you know, that would be an idea. No, she's a freaker. All of the times when I see that I need that. Her name's Amika. Alright, obviously that was too slow. Don't do that. You will make people feel like they are in an alternate dimension. We have Swig coming up. Speaking of Spider-Man, ha. Shout out to Spider-Man, dog. You know what I mean? What else, the dog? What up?
What up, man? I'm Spider-Man, everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You know, Let me tell you about this.
Tell me about it, dog. I want to know. What you gonna let us know about right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Had a crush in middle school, it's criminal. How fine she was, unnatural, no chemicals. I'm pitiful with puppy love, cause really I'm so into you. Went to school at Central, my sky was the Seminoles. Story is subliminal, real life storytelling, gotta keep it minimal. Body is developing and hella good minerals. Hadn't reached the pinnacle, niggas wasn't checking for her, trying to get an interview. A long way to go, no fashion sense. Met her at a locker, smiling when I class dismissed. Reduced lunch, snack money, I would cash dispense. Saw me smiling at Jacqueline, I laughed suspense. She wasn't as convinced, so now she's feeling vulnerable. She's focused on the future class president, the honor roll. My date for the spring dance, she's gonna let her mama know. Colonel Taylor from a different world, he was a father though. Yeah. Now that's what's up. Call you later on this evening, gotta catch the bus. Ain't no other girl out here finer than Cherie. No doubt, my human eyes can see. She's ultra thick, she's ultra fine. She's gorgeous with those arm and eyes. The planet shift, our souls align. I cannot get her off my mind. She's ultra thick, she's ultra fine. She's gorgeous.
Is that a real picture of Cherie right there?
The planet shift, our souls align. I cannot get her off my mind.
Hey,
Cherie, she was a hummingbird, real smart. She took college credits for the summer term, took a turn for the worse. In trouble drinking Thunderbird, on the verge of graduating. Now she's being monitored, a younger nerd, but I was cool. We both like anime. Our favorite scene where Ike said, "Eat the cake." Anime, elaborate, she gravitate. Anything musical like cabaret, but still chill with me on a Saturday. Clearly, she didn't have to validate, classy but will fight. She's just the all-around type. No other girl out here finer than Cherie. So far, my human eyes can see. Yeah. She's ultra thick, she's ultra fine. She's gorgeous with those arm and eyes.
Yeah.
The planet shift, our souls align. I cannot get
and then,
her off my mind. She's ultra thick, she's ultra fine. She's gorgeous with those arm and eyes. The planet shift, our souls align. I cannot get her off my mind. Cherie, saw her at a laundromat, automatic, reminiscent thoughts of laying on the back. How you doing? It's been a while, I feel I need an autograph. Distracted by the two kids crying, sitting on the lap. We chatted for a while, then she caught me up to speed. Between lines I can read, this not the same Cherie. What happened to the girl with the big city dreams who used to make us all believe this was a girl in need? My hood's Mona Lisa. Changed over years, but still a beautiful creature. The song is deeper, now it's other women out here finer than Cherie. I realize my human eyes can see, yeah. She's ultra thick, she's ultra fine.
She is.
Gorgeous with
those
arm and eyes. The planet shift,
I see.
our souls align.
Yeah.
I cannot get her off my mind.
I can't. You can't either. Sometimes you know that there's a sad jigger, the pan jigger, the finger, the grandpa, the jazz jigger, you know what there's lots of speaking time where you know what
ultra fine. Cherie.
Cherie, I need to be. I also like meat to eat. So there's a freaker like that dog. You going all up the stairs to she can make the food, but then you know. What do you guys think about that right there? When it's y'all feedback is welcome, man. I appreciate that. Good to have you back at the show, of course, Cherie. It's good to have you back at the show, of course, and you know, you're still consistent, you know, as I can see, in terms of, you know, something that is very hip-hop centric. You know, you're always basically, you know, a storyteller, you know, someone that can get in there and keep something consistent between verses and, you know, whether you're doing a feature or, you know, a whole song, is you make it worth it going in there. I also appreciate that we did get, you know, at least what felt like 3 verses, and got to really spend time with it, right? Like I always miss getting into like the album mode from, you know, most artists or whatnot, right? There are, you know, some who Just we need a little bit more consistency in that realm, and them getting into like a certain theme and really trying to compile certain sounds and stuff into one project, and then upgrading from there with each new project. Like we do need the mini schools that we are slowly starting to see become things, right? Like Mickey Fax has one. I'm not even gonna mention Soldier Boys, even though I just did right now. But like, I'm not condoning that one. Mickey Fax is one that I know will, matter or whatnot. But what I'm saying is, we're getting into a territory where hip hop is respected in a way where they are letting certain artists be professors at universities and sort of like teach a little bit of the culture and different things. And I feel like it's needed. It's needed for newcomers that want to get into it, that need to know at the very least like the basics of who and what came before, why the certain styles were dope, what mattered within the industry, how it changed, how to do all the different techniques and why they are important to at least know. And then the challenges, right? To get everybody because there are some artists who will literally get into it first song and on, they will basically be making the same song over and over again, and they're in one specific lane. They never challenge themselves to try to be or to do something better than what they are. And like, look how long it took Designer to do that, right? And often the thought of any of you just being put in a box, that's what I often try to help you get out of in any case. If there's something where people are gonna assume that you only make one type of thing, try to get yourself where people will appreciate what you can do. Let's see what we got. Snake Nation right here as we proceed.
Thanks to Purdue Global, I got my literal dream job.
Good job, though.
Getting a degree backed by the power of
I
Purdue.
can see a video
When I look at you,
to that. This is Snake Nation with When I Look at You.
a different view. When I look at you,
Yeah, I heard my name. I heard my name.
makes me wanna cry.
Tell us about this record.
A different view. Makes me wanna cry.
What's your favorite thing about this song you made?
When I look at you, don't be so shy. A different view.
Remix,
When I look at you, don't be so shy. A different view makes me wanna cry. When I look at you, don't be so shy. A different view makes me wanna cry.
Makes me wanna
When I look at you, don't be so shy. A different view makes me wanna cry. Makes me wanna cry. Makes me wanna cry.
That's what's up. I can see that.
Makes me wanna cry. Makes me wanna cry. Makes me wanna cry.
Any specific system you would prefer? Nintendo, Xbox, PlayStation? Any specific game you would want?
Different view makes me wanna cry. When I look at you, don't be so shy.
Because, like, okay, when I'm listening to this, I'm going to tell you what I hear, right? I think about that one, like, rollerblading game on Sega and so like that. What was that one called again? Fudge, I hate this. What was the rollerblading game on Sega, man? Like, this is one we played for years, but whatever. Nope, not Skitchin'. Nope, not that. Jet Set Radio, that one. So I feel like it would definitely be in something from Jet Set Radio Or there are plenty of like anime themed kind of games, JRPGs, RPGs, things where you're, in a shop, trying to buy items and trade and do stuff like that. And then while you're doing that, they have some music like that for sure, right? Fantasy Star Online.
When I look at you, don't be so shy. A different view makes me wanna cry. When I look at you,
Yeah, Jet Set Radio.
don't be so shy. A different view makes me wanna cry.
Yeah. So you might as well produce the next the next Jet Set Radio album, or soundtrack. Figure out a way to get in contact with them. Because I believe they may be working on another one. Makes you wanna freaky cry. I don't know what to do. I read it right, and there's a lot of time where I can tell you there's a lot of people we decide to take it like that we decide to we don't know what the hell about it we can do, but they will need to decide to take it like different views. There's a lot of time where a lot of people what they got get to do is get to book different. I was in the corner when I was chilling and I don't know on the bus. There's a lot of time when I can just people don't know who the heck to trust. All right. So again, there's a number of games that you could put this to if games are where you want to go, right? It could be some kind of cooking game. It could be anything where you go to a restaurant in the game and like this is what you hear. I mean, that's just what's in my head, right? But it is a kind of chill record. I didn't have a problem with the mix, and I definitely would try to figure out how you can get in contact with them and to see what the process for things like that is. If they do it in-house and like you have to get hired as the thing or something like that, that's one thing. But if they are open to outside collaboration with other producers and artists and things like that, man, I think that you definitely could have a chance at the runnings. So I know it's 3 years ago, but unless you uploaded it via another method, you should be able to edit and add hashtags and keywords that relate to basically what you are doing. So when it comes to hashtags or keywords, right? You always want to be very specific with what people are hearing. So if there's a very specific genre, if you are a producer from a very specific location, if you think it sounds like something, so if people are gonna basically search for that kind of record, what would they type in? You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know, like, we've thought about that Jet Set Radio kind of aspect. And so if you're thinking anime music, JRPG, video game music, different things like that, you want to make sure you get that in. But remember that there's a limit on what you should add in certain locations, as well as what you can add in others. Like, when you go into a specific video that you've uploaded, there's a section when you go to advanced where you can add about like 50 or 50 to 100 like different tags or something like that, right? So that's one. But when it comes to the description and stuff, like I think they limit you to 5, and if you do more than that, it might look at it like spam and not, not adjust to that. So just do that or whatnot. But good job, man. Good job for show. Let me see what we got. This might be last one. Gone Wallace. We'll get you in and then we'll head out for the night. Y'all know what it is. We will be back tomorrow.
I know you hear me calling. Don't act like you don't know what it is.
I said, Jay, when the food get here, bro, they taking all day though. And G was the plug, he gon' point you to the KO. And Zordon in my pager, he gon' put you in the chaos. That new going shit, just put that in the kiosk. When we together, it's like Godfather 3 on. She said I ghost you, can reach me with a seance. With the gang, I feel like primetime Dion. You scrubs like face on, what type time he on? We treat the runts like peons. We gon' crush him and we beyond. Burn into infinity and beyond. And at the crib now, we only watching movies starring Leon. The dragons order smoking now, and baby said it smell just like a tree lodge. And that's intentional, cause I've been burning tree off. It put my girl in triage. From the tree high, jumping off the tree house. It's more so like a condo in the tree line. Come to G house, you used to take the C route, and now we got the all-wheel drive in the Z now. Used to take the C route, and now we got the all-wheel drive in the Z now. Used to take the C route, and now we got the all-wheel drive in the Z now.
I know you hear me calling.
Used to take the C route, and now we got the all-wheel drive in the Z now.
I'm liking the vibe, like listen, used to be scared of the lightning outside when I was a little kid and I was all up in the house when it was raining and I didn't like know what it was about, but I would hear freaking things and I wanted to scream and shout and I could freaking tell y'all that like whenever I was freaking like y'all up in the clouds and wanted to come down, people are freaking like there's a monster so run down. Freaking don't look back, freaking the day to get you. There's a lot of time where like people to read the scripture, but like you don't even do nothing. I'm cool, freaking. There's cars that I have threw up it. I come through because there's a lot of you freaking who don't. I'm just trying to like throw it back. Honestly, man, I like that beat. I like the overall vibe that you have to it. You have you remind me of like MF Doom a little bit, right? But like if MF Doom was a lot younger, and like we didn't get to see him all the way back then, as far as I'm concerned. At least with that, like I'm in high school or college, kind of, you know what I mean? Like you don't sound like old, and then you don't sound like a kid, but you do have that sort of again, if we're looking at it, MF and thinking him in more of a youth kind of feel, I feel like you're in that lane, and especially with like the beats that you choose. So big freaking salute, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the abstractness. You and Here's Johnny would definitely be a nice collab to see you guys go back and forth with. We are slowly heading out right now. I'm just running the credits and stuff like that. So again, make sure you guys follow and subscribe. We will be back tomorrow, and when you see us live, man, just make sure you tap in and send your stuff. I try to send out emails if I can to whoever does end up popping it, and give you guys a heads up. But also you should see something in your like YouTube timelines and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see you guys. Thank y'all and goodbye.
People follow me to school and college. copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, knowing I'm the Nazi probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you can copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, knowing I'm the Nazi probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you been warned.